In traditional Western astrology, the zodiac is depicted as a circle divided into 12 sections called houses. A pie, if you will, that is divided into 12 slices. As you know, there are 360 degrees in a circle. So, if we divide this by 12, we have 30 degrees for each house, or for each slice. Your ascending degree, otherwise known as the ascendant, can be between 0 and 29 degrees. Each degree actually means something distinctly different from any other degree. But that is another video. Let's go through each house together with its meaning, shall we? The first house rules you. The self. Your self-image. How you see yourself. Beginning with Aries.
This slice of the pie is energetic and fiery, as planets showing up in this house can receive an extra zing. Aries is the energy or sign that gives momentum and action to an astrological chart. Remember, it's the first house, and the sign of Aries that gets the party started. A fondness for sports and other outdoor activities can be present when someone has Aries on the ascendant, or the first house. Mars is the natural planetary ruler of the first house, and of the sign of Aries.
The second house is represented by the astrological sign of Taurus, the symbol of the bull. This house governs money, wealth, treasures and possessions. Planets found in this house can be given tremendous staying power and stability. The stock exchange people obviously know of this, hence the term, bull market. Planets showing up in this house can indicate the material status of an individual. For example, if the Sun, a planet of wealth and commerce, is located in this house, the individual represented could be, or become quite wealthy. The planet Venus is the natural ruler of the second house, and it also rules the sign of Taurus.
The third house is ruled by Gemini, and the planet Mercury. It rules the intellect, reasoning, as well as logic and the thought processes. Short-distance travel and communications are also ruled by this house. Planets or asteroids found here can influence the many ways a person can think, act, or speak. For example, if Pluto is placed in this house, it can indicate profound speaking and writing abilities, or that the message itself is profound. The symbol of the twins is the sign that represents the third house of the zodiac.
The fourth house is ruled by Cancer and represents the home and family. The environment, entities adopted during childhood, and the relationship with the mother are all ruled by the moon. It also governs matters related to children, food, cooking, and diet. The nature of one's family life, as well as how a person would go about starting, raising, or nurturing their own family, could be determined by looking at the planets, or lack thereof, found here. The symbol best befitting the fourth house, and the sign of Cancer, is the crab.
The fifth house is ruled by Leo, and its planetary ruler is the Sun. This is our house of recreation and leisure. This section of the pie can show what we like to do in our spare time. Our popularity, or lack thereof. Hobbies, happiness, and the pursuit of pleasure can be found here. Some activities could include entertainment, acting or going through your own drama, stock market activities, or gambling. We enjoy spending our money on these pastimes. The types of activities one prefers can be discovered by looking here, especially when planets are found on, or near, the cusp. The symbol for this house is the leon.
The sixth house is ruled by Virgo, and its natural house ruler is the planet Mercury. It should be noted that this house will show how the way a person looks at, or approaches working, performing their services, doing their job, or career. These are keywords for this astrological house. Conditions in the work environment, and the solving of problems, are also applicable here. A person with Virgo on their sixth house will often display organization, routine methodology, and getting a system down. Even pets fall under the rulership of this house. The symbol representing the sixth house is the Virgin.
The seventh house is ruled by Libra, and its astrological ruler is Venus. This house is the house of relationships, partnerships, and marriage. Planets found here will influence how someone looks at or approaches romance, courtship, or seeking a mate. Cooperation, balance, and fair play are keywords that could be useful when looking for the partnership potential of an individual here. If you are lucky enough to have Venus in this house, you could be very fortunate in relationships. As Venus is also that planet of luxuries, romance and material possessions, this can make you charming enough to receive just about anything from your spouse or romantic partner. You go, girl. The symbol of Libra, and of the 7th house, is the sign of the scales.
The 8th house is ruled by Scorpio, and its natural house ruler is Pluto. The 8th house rules, or governs, contracts, corporate money, insurance, taxes, and inheritance. The occult, being psychic, life after death, clairvoyance, and other paranormal abilities, are also found under the jurisdiction of this house. If you had a stock market portfolio and were dealing with large amounts of money, it would show up here. Scorpio also rules the government, and planets found in this house may indicate government contracts or dealings within the criminal justice system. It is also the sign of psychic investigation, and can ferret out information and secrets that are hidden. The symbol of the 8th house, and the sign of Scorpio is, of course, the scorpion.
The 9th house is under the rulership of Sagittarius, whose natural house ruler is the planet Jupiter. This is the house of teaching, learning, higher education, and long-distance travel. We can see the lessons one might experience in their life, as different planets make aspects to the 9th house. It also rules foreigners, religion, and philosophy. Religious attitudes, social and cultural traditions, or the conditioning that influences an individual, can be found here. The symbol of the 9th house, and of Sagittarius, is the archer drawing back his bow.
The 10th house is ruled by Saturn, under the sign of Capricorn, and this house rules status, career, and reputation. This section of our chart shows our career potential, what we can achieve, and possibly accomplish throughout our lifetime. Our attitudes toward our duties and responsibilities, as well as how we feel about bosses, co-workers, and employees, can be found here. Relationships with authority figures, and one's father, are also ruled by this house. The symbol for the 10th house in the sign of Capricorn is the sea goat.
The 11th house is ruled by Aquarius and presides over groups, associations, friends, organizations, and the types of people that one would attract or be attracted to. Its natural planetary ruler is Uranus. This house, or slice, is concerned with the kinds of people that we associate with, our friends, and the crowds that we mingle amongst. When this house is aspect head, the individual can be invited to participate with others, and may receive opportunities to be more socially outgoing. The sign for the 11th house, and of Aquarius, is the water bearer. The 12th house is ruled by Pisces, and is the last house of the zodiac. It is governed by the planet Neptune. This house governs the subconscious, the unconscious, our dreams, and the inner workings of our mind. Secrets and things that are hidden or have been repressed can show up in this house. Neptune also rules the otherworldly, and planets or asteroids found here could point to special abilities related to psychic or Twilight Zone phenomena. The sign for the 12th house, and of Pisces, is the fishes. We hope you've enjoyed this complimentary astrology video tutorial from PsychicKephera.com. Please visit the website for more info. See you there.
Copyright 2010. PsychicKephera.com. All rights reserved.